I have been a licensed veterinarian for over 13 years, and the question I get asked more than any other, more than disease, more than behavior, more than vaccines, is this. Why is my dog's coat so dull? Why is my cat losing so much fur? I used to answer that question with a prescription, a supplement brand, a medicated shampoo, something that required a purchase, a refill, a monthly cost. 3 years ago, I stopped doing that because I found a study from 1962 that changed everything I was telling my clients. A compound that restores coat quality, eliminates excessive shedding, and rebuilds skin barrier function for $3. Available in every grocery store. And the pet supplement industry has spent 60 years making sure you associate it with cooking, not with your pet. Stay with me. To understand why your pet's coat is deteriorating, you need to understand what a coat actually is. A healthy coat is not decorative. It is a functional biological system. The hair shaft itself is composed of keratin protein. The shine, the gloss you see on a healthy animal, comes from sebum, a natural oil produced by sebaceous glands in the skin that coats each strand. When sebum production is adequate, the hair shaft lies flat. Light reflects off it uniformly. The coat looks full, glossy, alive. When sebum production drops, which happens under chronic nutritional deficiency, the hair shaft becomes porous. It dries out, it breaks, it falls. The coat looks dull, thin, lifeless. The sebaceous glands that produce sebum are almost entirely dependent on one nutrient class to function: essential fatty acids, specifically omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. These are not produced by the body. They must come from food. In 1962, a researcher named Dr. Howard Scott Reinhart at Cornell University published a landmark study in the Journal of Nutrition showing that omega-3 deficiency in dogs produced measurable coat deterioration within 6 weeks, and that supplementation reversed the damage completely within 30 days. The study was not controversial. It was replicated. It was cited for decades. And then the pet industry quietly built a $2.3 billion supplement market around it, selling branded omega-3 products for $35 to $60 a bottle, while the same compound has been available in fish oil capsules at every pharmacy for under $3 since before most pet owners were born. Here is exactly what omega-3 fatty acids do inside your pet's skin, and why no branded supplement does it better than the $3 bottle. EPA and DHA, eicosapentaenoic acid, and docosahexaenoic acid, are incorporated directly into the phospholipid membrane of skin cells. They regulate sebaceous gland output, reduce inflammatory cytokines that cause skin barrier breakdown, and maintain the moisture retention capacity of the epidermis. A 2016 meta-analysis published in Veterinary Dermatology reviewed 23 controlled trials of omega-3 supplementation in dogs and cats with coat and skin conditions. The conclusion across all 23 trials: omega-3 supplementation produced measurable improvement in coat gloss, reduced shedding, and improved skin barrier function in 91% of subjects. 91% across 23 separate studies. The active compound in every single one of those trials? Standard fish oil, EPA and DHA, in the same concentration found in a $3 bottle of generic fish oil capsules from any pharmacy. Not the $45 branded pet supplement, not the $58 veterinary formula. Standard fish oil. The therapeutic dose for a 10-kilogram dog: 300 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA daily. For a 25-kilogram dog, 750 milligrams daily. For cats, 200 milligrams daily. A standard 1,000 milligram fish oil capsule contains approximately 300 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA. A bottle of 100 capsules costs under $3. That is 3 months of treatment for a small dog. $1 per month. The global pet supplement market generates approximately $2.3 billion annually. Coat and skin supplements represent the single largest product category, over 30% of total revenue. That market exists almost entirely because pet owners do not know that the active ingredient in every premium coat supplement is the same as the active ingredient in a $3 bottle of generic fish oil. The branded products use the same EPA and DHA, the same molecular compounds, the same biological mechanism. They add flavoring, they add branding, they add a glossy label with a happy golden retriever on it, and they charge 20 times the price. You cannot patent fish oil. EPA and DHA have been public domain since their chemical structure was identified in 1929. You cannot build a recurring revenue stream from a $3 bottle that lasts 3 months. So the industry created proprietary formulations, adding trace amounts of biotin, zinc, and vitamin E, and priced them at $45 to justify the margin. The biotin helps. The zinc helps. Both are available separately for under $2. The math was never supposed to reach you. Here is the exact protocol: simple, inexpensive, permanent. The primary intervention: standard fish oil capsules, the human-grade version from any pharmacy. Not salmon oil marketed for pets. Not krill oil with a dog on the label. Standard generic fish oil, the cheapest bottle on the shelf. Check the label for EPA and DHA content combined. You want a minimum of 300 milligrams per capsule. Dosing by weight. Under 10 kilograms, 1 capsule daily, pierced and squeezed over food. 10 to 25 kilograms, 2 capsules daily. 25 to 40 kilograms, 3 capsules daily. Over 40 kilograms, 4 capsules daily. Cats. 1 capsule every other day. Cats are more sensitive to lipid supplementation. Every other day is sufficient and safer for liver function. Pierce the capsule with a pin and squeeze the oil directly onto their food. Most animals will not notice it. Those that do, it usually takes 2 to 3 days for acceptance. The second component. Remove corn and wheat from the diet wherever possible. Both grains actively compete with omega-3 absorption in the gut. If your pet is eating a grain-heavy kibble, the omega-3 supplementation will be partially blocked at the absorption level. Switching to a grain-reduced or grain-free kibble, or to the whole food protocol from our previous video, amplifies the omega-3 effect by 40 to 60%, according to a 2018 study in the Journal of Animal Science. I want to be honest about something that is uncomfortable. When a client brings a dog in for dull coat or excessive shedding, the standard recommendation in most clinics, including mine until 3 years ago, is a branded supplement. Dermaquin, Veterinary Science Omega, Zesty Paws, products retailing between $35 and $60. These products work. I am not saying they are fraudulent. I am saying the active ingredient inside every one of them, EPA and DHA from fish oil, is available at your pharmacy for 1/10 the cost. The reason veterinarians recommend the branded versions is not corruption. It is the same structural issue we discussed in our previous videos. The companies making these products fund the continuing education, the clinic partnerships, the product samples that fill veterinary waiting rooms. A 2019 survey in the Journal of Veterinary Medical Education found that fewer than 8% of veterinary school curricula included direct comparison of branded supplements versus generic equivalents, fewer than 8%. The other 92% were taught to recommend the brand, not because it works better, because no one taught them there was a cheaper option that worked identically. Here is everything you need. Start today. No prescription required. Week 1. Introduce fish oil at half dose. This prevents digestive adjustment issues. Loose stool in the first week is common at full dose and resolves itself, but starting at half dose avoids it entirely. Week 2 onward. Full therapeutic dose as described. What to observe at 30 days. Reduced shedding. You will notice less fur on furniture and clothing before you notice coat improvement. The shedding reduction comes first. At 45 days, coat gloss begins visibly improving. The change is dramatic in animals that were significantly deficient. At 60 days, skin flaking and dandruff, if present, will have largely resolved. The skin barrier is rebuilding from the inside out. For cats with chronic hairball issues, the improved coat quality from omega-3 supplementation reduces the amount of dead fur ingested during grooming, which directly reduces hairball frequency. This was documented in a 2014 study in the Journal of Feline Medicine and Surgery. One additional note, omega-3 supplementation has secondary benefits beyond coat health. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Veterinary Science found measurable reduction in joint inflammation markers in dogs supplemented with fish oil for 60 days. Directly relevant to older dogs, showing stiffness and reduced mobility. 1 bottle, $3. Multiple problems addressed simultaneously. That is why the industry needs you to buy the $45 version with the branded label. Your pet's coat is not a cosmetic issue. It is a direct window into the nutritional status of the animal's skin, the largest organ in the body. A dull coat is not bad genetics. It is not aging. In most cases, it is a correctable deficiency that has been generating billions of dollars in supplement sales for 60 years. The 1962 Cornell study that first documented this is still in the Journal of Nutrition archives. The 23-trial meta-analysis from 2016 is still indexed in Veterinary Dermatology. None of it was hidden. None of it was destroyed. It was just never shown to you in a way that would cost the industry a sale. $3. 1 capsule per day. 60 years of evidence. If your pet's coat has been worrying you, start today. Share this with one person whose pet is losing fur or has dull coat. Every share is one more pet getting what they actually need. Subscribe, because what we are covering next will go even further than this.